Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Mike here from Arizona. I'm going to show you how to properly feed your mystery snails. So I get a lot of questions on what do you feed your snails? Do you just let them eat the algae? Do you use algae wafers? Do you let them eat the fish flakes that fall to the bottom? Well, I'll show you what I do. I actually blanch up zucchini and a spinach. So blanching up those two will do the job, and I will show you in just a minute. Okay, so the first step is we are going to boil up some water, and let me get this ready to go. See if I can get this pot to balance out. I'm actually only going to fill it halfway. Alright, so keep the cover on, put this thing on high, and while we're waiting for that to boil, here's a pro tip, guys. Never leave that part hanging off the stove, just in case anybody walks by. You don't want them to knock it off, or if you have a little one, you don't want your little one grabbing and getting burnt. So I'm going to grab now zucchini. So I just grabbed the zucchini out of the refrigerator, and I'm going to see, I think I have a nice bag of spinach too. This will work. I have a nice bag of spinach, and I'm going to get this stuff all ready to go for my snails out in the greenhouse. Now keep in mind, in the greenhouse they have plenty to eat, but this is also very good to just supplement their diet with other stuff. Gets them plenty of good vitamins and minerals and things they need to keep their shells healthy. I also do recommend too, if you can, especially if you keep them in a smaller aquarium, to put one of those cuttle bones in there, like you would give like a bird to grind their beaks. That stuff will actually give them a good source of calcium, also to support shell strength. Okay, so what I did, and I couldn't show you because I only had one hand, is I peeled pretty much all the skin off of these. I mean, I missed some spots, but that's okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a knife, which I don't have a good one to chop right now, so let me do this best I can. So I'm going to split this half. Same thing with this one. Just makes it easier, especially when I'm putting them in different tanks. I'm actually going to go up the middle with this one too. It's going to be difficult, but here we go. Okay. This one's a little more difficult, so let's see what I can do. Alright, that should work. I'll just break it if I can at the end here. There we go. We'll get these going too. Yep. This will not go to waste, none of this, trust me. Alright, so look at all those pieces of zucchini. These are not going to go to waste. Every snail will be loving me and thanking me for this later. And also, let me get my spinach ready. And what I do is I just grab a handful of this stuff. Again, very hard to do with one hand. I really have to make a camera rig where I don't have to hold the camera at all while I'm doing this stuff, and you guys can just see everything. And yeah, I'm holding a tripod right now, if that's what you're thinking, but I want something that kind of goes overhead. But here's some spinach. I'm just going to grab a little bit more. There we go. That's plenty of spinach. Once this boils, I will let you see the finished outcome. Alright, well, it's starting to boil. Let's just start putting our stuff in here. Yeah, don't do what I just did. It's hard to do it with one hand. The reason why we blanch this stuff, guys, is so it really just nice and soft and it sinks down to the bottom so the snails can get it. I mean, if it's floating, they will get it, but honestly it's better if it just sinks to the bottom, makes it more accessible for them. And I'm just going to leave the top on and let this go for several minutes, and I will be right back with you. Okay, so now that I've been boiling this for several minutes, we're going to see the spinach already looks done. So the spinach will just wilt over like this when it's ready to go. When it comes to the zucchini, it's going to be very tender. You should be able to just like I did right there. I just put my knife right through without any issues. It actually will slide probably down the knife. That's how soft it is. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just dump this water out, which I don't think I'm going to be able to do this with one hand. So I'm just going to come back to you guys. Hold on. Okay, so I dumped the water out. I used that strainer, and I'm just going to fill this back up with cold water, because now we have to cool this off. We do not want to put this in our tank piping hot, because you will injure and kill everything trying to eat it. Okay. Just going to let it sit for several minutes just like that as well. And then once it cools off, that's still very hot, but once it cools off, it will be ready to be fed to the snails. Alright, so I figured I'd show you guys the finished product. As you can see, these guys are going to town. This has only been here a couple of minutes, but I split this up amongst all these bins, and in this one right here, you got the goldfish going to town on one over there, and I'm sure the snails will make their way to it, but it doesn't take long, and the snails all find the zucchini and the spinach, and they absolutely love this stuff. But that's my video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment, please throw me a like, and please subscribe. I will talk to you soon.